before you lace up your boots and get your backpack all set up and ready to go, there's probably some things you need to know. Don't go hiking. Nothing good's going to come from it. The only thing you're going to find is dead bodies or yourself dead. Do, do, do.
It's evil! Don't touch it!
It's alive!
I was with you.
They're coming to get you. Power of Christ. This is
Me?
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. And this one will be fairly short on the story because I have... okay. Zach, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. For like once, I'm like awake, alert. I've had sleep and shit. It's just fucking phenomenal.
Holy shit, we're going to have an episode when I don't have anything to talk about. Todd, what's up, motherfucker?
I, unlike Zach, have not had a lot of sleep, way too many shots, and I am here.
Live via satellite.
So, live via satellite is coming
Live
in.
via satellite.
It's coming through good, though. I mean, fuck, shit. That's cool. Zach sent me what Zach will do every once in a while is he'll send me like some music and just to like listen to it, see what I think about it. I mean, my opinion doesn't really matter, but he sends it to me just to see what I think. And
I value your opinion.
Once in a while, he'll ask for like lyric opinions or to contribute. So he sent me one, and at the end of it, I fucking heard a voice at the end of it saying, "Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up." So I thought maybe Zach was talking to himself at the end of it, and it came through the microphone. There was no vocal tracks on that motherfucker. No, Zach listened back. He can't hear it, but I can still hear it on the one that he sent me. I can still hear it. I hear it play to this day.
I think
I
maybe
I think you and my brother are a lot more connected because you hear his mental thoughts.
Oh, dude, it could have been. Maybe I was hearing what he was thinking while he was playing it.
Don't fuck this up.
But I was like,
don't fuck this up.
I swear to God, I thought he put that in there at the end. He's like, I just want to make sure if this motherfucker actually listens to him all the way through. You know, I seriously thought that's what it was.
No, that's Andrew. That's Andrew.
Would he do that? I was like, of course I listened to him all the way through. Yeah.
He used to send me stuff. Years ago, he used to send me stuff and be like, "Hey, listen to this. Tell me what you think." And him thinking that I'm going to just go, "Oh, dude, you're my brother. Fuck, it's awesome." He would throw like little shit at the end, like, "Hey, Todd, fuck you,"
No.
And I'd be like, "Yeah, it's pretty good." And he'd be like, "Yeah, the whole thing," and I'd be like, "Yeah," and he'd be like, "I don't think you listened to it," and I'd be like, "Yeah, fuck you too."
That's what I thought it was. And then I was like, I was like, text Zach. Because I listened to it like 6 times in a row. I'm just like, no, it's right there. No, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there. No. And it could have been my phone, actually, because that's what I was listening to it through. But
that, or maybe I'm just deaf.
Dude, I don't know.
I'm not going to put it past me. That's fucking me by the book. That's usually, that's definitely mentally, I'm projecting that. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. But yeah.
So and I'll tell all you listeners right now, I am batting almost zero for the past 2 weeks because every story that I wanted to do, I started to get into, and I was like, nope. And then I found another one. Nope. I found another one. I was like, nope. And plus, I was on the road for way too much. And then I found this story, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking crazy. Well, then the farther I got into it, the less I started writing down because the Russian government, I super trust. So their facts probably aren't facts at all. So I just wrote down this small little bit of what happened in this incident.
Comrade, we speak not of this.
I was going to say, I might trust the Russian government a little bit more than I trust our own, because at least you know what you're going to get from the Russian government.
you're gonna die when you're out hiking. That's what's gonna happen.
They roll up in ATCs and tanks and be like, "This is Russia. You fucked up. You go to prison." Here, it's like, "Oh, here comes the fucking blacked out Suburbans. Are they shit? They're stopping at my house."
Oh, no.
Which agency is it?
I was gonna say, which branch is it?
That's why Todd's rolling the way he's rolling now, so he can pirate radio his information and not get caught. He's Bob Lazarin out in this motherfucker.
I'm Christian Slater with a fucking cordless phone out in my fucking metal shed in my parents' backyard.
Cleaning
Stand
the
by
RV.
me!
Eat shit. I'm telling them everything. I'm roaming around. Okay.
Disclaimer: don't really eat shit, kids. Okay.
No, don't do it.
I don't.
Just
don't
really
recommend
do
it. No.
It probably doesn't taste good. I'm just assuming. I've never ate sewer rat. Sewer rat might taste like pumpkin pie, but I wouldn't eat the filthy motherfucker.
I don't know, man. Enough ketchup. It's not bad. Anyway,
I have done the long stroke with the tongue a couple of times, but you know.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I suppose.
And should I say at that moment, in this moment, chicks like it.
I bet they do. I bet they do. I wouldn't know.
oh, no comment. Anyway,
dude, that reminds me of the fucking meme that fucking Andrew sent out this fucking week. He's got some fucking girl. She's like, I just found out that guys don't wax or shave their buttholes. And then it pans to this guy and he goes, yeah, because you only clean the house when you're expecting visitors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got no reason to. You got no business. You got no business in there.
the more you know.
Okay. Let's get to this motherfucker because it's going to be quick. It's going to be quick. The Khamar Daban. It was the summer of 1993 when 7 hikers were planning their trip into the Khamar Daban mountain range. Okay. Boy, I wrote down first names because fuck, I'm having trouble with them. Ludmila was a 41-year-old survivalist with 6 students. So for some reason in fucking Russia, they're just like, yeah, we go hiking. That's what we do. I don't know.
Let's do the most extreme dumb shit ever.
Yep.
How American.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't bad because this was like in August that they were doing it.
So this was
it wasn't like Dyatlov.
Yeah.
Kind of like Dyatlov. Yeah. She was fucking stupid prepared, but she was known for pushing her students really hard. Mm-hmm. So they took off on the hike on August 2nd, 1993. And her daughter, Natalia, was with another group. So there was 3 groups that were out there hiking at the same time, and they were supposed to like meet each other at certain points.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So 5 days later on August 10th, a group of kayakers found Valentina, who was one of the hikers that was in that group. And she was the only one. She was covered in blood.
Whoa.
Yep. In the mom's group, because a daughter was supposed to meet him at a certain place and they didn't show up. And she thought, well, we missed them or they missed us. Fucking, shit happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a group of kayakers find her.
She's like
take her to the police
Carrie.
station.
She's like total Carrie, just covered in blood.
Yep.
Creepy.
And it had been like 4 days. Like she had been in the woods for like 4 days. Like she
on her own?
Well, we'll get into it in a second. Yeah, on her own.
Creepy.
So according to her story, they had reached the summit ahead of schedule, which is probably why they missed them. They got there faster than what they thought they would, but then on the way back, like some heavy rain hit. Like what they're saying, it was fucking downpour shit, right?
Torrential. Yeah.
So it made it difficult on the way back. So as they're heading back, Zaka, and I'll say that Zaka, Tatiana, Dennis, Valentina, Victoria, and Timur were the people that didn't make it. along with the leader, Ludmilla. Zaka just starts screaming at the back of the pack as they're walking, and they turn around. Dude is just bleeding from his eyes and his mouth, and then starts foaming at his mouth and falls to the ground, just starts convulsing. So Ludmilla runs over to help him and tells the other kids, he's like, try to get down the hill, scream, try to scream, see if you can get anybody's attention. Well, they didn't make it very far because Ludmilla starts screaming then, and she's going into the same things happening to her. So another girl comes up. Valentina, I think, is the one that comes up, and she falls down. So Victoria tries to grab her and drag her away because they're thinking, well, it must be something right here that's causing this. Well, she starts biting her. So she lets her go. Then she drags herself over to a rock and just starts banging her fucking head off of it until she's done.
I have thoughts.
So I was like I was super intrigued by this until I got farther along and farther along and farther along. And that's what happened. So one of them lived, the rest of them died the same painful, horrible deaths that happened with the bleeding of the eyes and the mouth and foaming. And I'm like, once I got into it, it's like all these conspiracy theories. And I'm like, the government was testing fucking some kind of chemical out there. They were.
I'll be in the car, Mulder.
I was like, that's a fucking nerve gas. That's
CIA,
what that is.
This sounds like some CIA MK Ultra bullshit. Like they were testing like chemical warfare.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. It's like, that's a nerve gas, and it was probably tested a while back, but then the heavy rains like brought it shit back up, like in whatever location. Well, the lady that survived, she slept in one of the tents, even though they were broke down. She slept just like wrapped up in one of the tents. She didn't have it set up or anything, and then took off through the woods trying to find any kind of help, and then found some kayakers that took her, and she didn't even tell her story. It was like a month later before they even went out to come after these bodies.
Whoa.
In August. They said it was because of the rains. You couldn't take a helicopter out in the rain? Or was it because you thought or was it because you thought, you know, maybe some of that chemical gas is still up there floating in the fucking air?
We better wait until that shit's
Dyatlov
cleared
Pass
out,
and this are probably the same fucking thing. If I had to guess, I bet they're the same fucking thing.
Sounds like it. Yeah, to me.
Too much snow. Fuck me.
I mean,
like I said, I got into it because I heard about the bitch banging her head off of a rock until she died. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then the more I got into it, the less I wrote because I'm like, government, yeah, there's nerve gas. So that's nothing else. That's what that is. You can't explain that any other way. Fuck you.
I think you're dead bang. I think you're dead bang on that. Yeah, it smells of the CIA to me, you know, or something like along those lines.
But if in some crazy, could be,
yeah,
in some crazy dimension that me and Zach was out hiking, Zach and Todd was out hiking, and Zach just starts bleeding out his eyes and mouth and convulsing. Yeah, I'm going to run over and help him.
So and then you're going to die.
That's exactly what you would do. And then you die too. Hey, we're in this together, homie.
Death from above.
Yeah. So yeah, the more I got into it, and I could have.
I am hiding my identity so the Russians don't find me.
I was gonna write down where exactly they were. I was gonna write down all these dates and times and stuff like that until I got into it. I got to the end, and I'm like, "What the fuck's the point? This is what happened, and that's why."
Are you serious?
This is solved. This isn't unsolved.
You not know, Matt?
That's what happened.
Matt, when Matt gets angry, he's like, "Fuck it, I'm done."
Fuck it, I'm done. That's exactly.
Sounds like somebody else I know.
That's exactly what I said.
And then he hears me in his head going, "What does any of this have to do with Cape Horn?"
Yep. I did fuck it, I'm done like 4 times in the past couple weeks on stories that I was going to do because I didn't want to hit a big one because I knew I wasn't going to be home. I got a couple big ones coming up. Those will be fine. But the smaller ones that I was wanting to do just didn't seem to pan out. It's just like everything that I did was just,
I
God, I was angry at myself.
Ever since
When are you not angry with yourself?
Very seldom.
yeah.
But I will show, I did get some stuff done, actually, while I was angry with myself, because I showed everybody, if you guys follow on Facebook and you actually watch this on Spotify, which you should, I showed you guys that I started these Boba Fett blasters for a buddy. Well, I have them done. I just don't have the bases done yet, but it looks pretty sweet.
They look rather Mandalorian.
As they should.
So I told you guys I would
This is the
show
way,
you what they were
Todd.
like
This
when
is
they
the
were
way.
done. This is the way.
This is the way.
Don't get me back into bitching at Disney. So
I have
okay,
spoken.
So
we're done with this bullshit.
Well,
that made me
everything
angry.
that I've seen basically is it's. I read a little bit about this morning, and the whole thing seems to be like it's set up by the KGB or whoever to mislead everybody.
If you waited a month to go rescue some bodies, it's because you were afraid of the same shit happening.
Well, they said
to
they were
you.
like slightly
It's
covered
just like-
by snow, but bullshit. It wasn't that. They weren't that high up.
The rain did turn into snow, but it wasn't super heavy. It was mostly rain, so that shit wouldn't have stuck. So yeah,
I also read somewhere that like when they were found, their clothes were washed with like some special chemical, and then after they were washed, their clothes turned like blue violet afterwards.
and like some of them weren't wearing shoes. Some because they tried to. What the government basically said was it's hypothermia. That's what killed them.
That's what they. Somebody had
Well,
a heart
if it's
attack. And the rest of
raining-
them died from hypothermia. But
One had a heart attack. One girl had a heart attack, and the rest of them died from hypothermia when it was raining.
yeah,
Okay, if it's raining out, you're not going to die from hypothermia because it isn't.
Once
cold
again,
enough.
just
your
like-
body will.
just like
get through
Dyatlov,
that.
film was missing from cameras.
Yep.
Some diaries were missing, but like their money and their valuables were all there.
Yep. So it wasn't.
And then there were also
it was
injuries
It
in
had
3
to be
people.
fucking some nerve gas.
Yeah. So
I just
we got
once I got to the part where she just crawled over to a rock, started banging her face off of it. I just was like Evil Dead territory. I was just like, oh, that's awesome. Well, it's not awesome, but it's I don't know.
it's awesome when it's
So
a
I got
horror
into
movie.
the story, and
When it's
I
real
just-
life, it's a little scarier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome when it's fake. Yes, if Eli Roth directed it, it'd be great, but not in real life. Nobody likes that in real life.
Right.
So, fuck that story. Sorry. I thought it was going to be great, and it wasn't. So I got me
Hey,
fucking...
Matt, it's
What?
okay because me and Zach recorded my episode about the SR-71 earlier, so we'll
You
put
better be
both of them
fucking
out.
lying. Zach told you to say it because I was like, I just want Todd to tell me about the SR-71 Blackbird, and I don't even care if it's aired. I'll sit cross-legged on the floor like a child. I'll fucking listen to it.
Oh.
So I had a couple things that just randomly blew up in my head. Okay. Best cover songs you've ever heard. And I didn't write them down. I started, me and Todd were just talking about it before because he has been on tour with Alien Ant Farm. And I started listening to their cover of Billie Jean again because in a band that I was in with Zach, we used to play that when I played bass. And I listened to that song again, and now I can't quit. I just fucking love it.
It was the other one. It wasn't Billie Jean.
But no, it was Smooth Criminal.
Yeah.
Smooth Criminal. Yeah, that's what it was. I said Billie Jean. Yeah, it was Smooth Criminal. But
Get your Moonraker shit together.
I was
Matt.
like,
come on.
I have to. I've got to get something together.
Don't be ignorant.
That's like one of the best cover songs that I've ever heard that I can think of off the top of my head. Do you guys got any like bands that have covered another band that done it so great that you love it?
Todd
Okay.
does. If you say Creed right now, my mind will be blown.
Oh, that's another whole long story. No. I think I mean, dude, there's tons of them, but as far as like having it be a great song already, and then completely making it your own.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So if you're familiar with the song "Send Me an Angel," 80s pop,
Yeah.
Yep.
okay,
Right now.
the band Thrice
I know them too.
covered that song for a Pop Goes Punk compilation album. Dude, it is by far, because it is Thrice doing it, but then they add just a little bit more to make it
A little bit more, give it a punch.
yes, fucking great cover. I mean, dude, it's in my, you got your liked shit on Spotify. That has been in there for fucking years.
It's like that Frog Leap Studio, that Leo dude, when he done the Adele cover of Hello. It's just like,
yeah,
holy shit. And then he did Toto's fucking Africa.
Yeah.
And fuck Weezer, he kicked their ass. That's a way better.
Now I can tell you a personal opinion. The absolute greatest cover of all time was done by a little very unknown group of people called Brother Todd and the Fuck Offs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And it is a metal version of Safety Dance.
Safety Dance? Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. If you're one of the lucky few
that there were only like 5 copies in
Now this band is one of those bands that if you live in a big city, they will just post things like in bathroom stalls to where you know when they're going to play. Yeah. And if you know, you know.
Call Ginny for a good time.
So, right next to that is the location and date of where they're going to play. And if you're not there, you're not there, and you'll never make it because they're not selling tickets. You're just lucky if you're there.
Too, yeah. I really think Steelwood's cover of Black Sabbath, "Hole in the Sky," is like one of my favorite covers ever. It's a pretty fucking rocking version.
I wasn't even thinking about Black Sabbath covers because there was a whole like that Nativity in Black album.
Yeah.
Where all those bands like Typo Negative did Black Sabbath.
Or actually, Typo's version of Cinnamon Girl is pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
No, that's fantastic.
See, there you go.
I love Cinnamon Girl.
Cinnamon Girl.
Dude, you can get over that like really fuzzy crate amp tone. Yeah, it's great.
It sounds so nasty, but it sounds so proper when he's playing it, and just goes with his went with his voice so well.
Yeah.
Was Summer Breeze when they done Summer Breeze on Bloody Kisses?
Yeah.
That shit was tight as fuck too. I think I was out in the shack one night.
I don't think Typo ever did a bad cover or a bad song, to be honest with you, man.
Not unless they did it on purpose.
And then it didn't even suck. It was just
then it didn't suck.
That's cool. That's cool.
They did it on purpose, and I still like it. I was out in the shack one night. I was having a couple of beers. I think I was cleaning stuff up because none of my buddies are there or anything. And my dad and one of his friends came out, and fucking I had Bloody Kisses blasting through the radio. And my dad's buddy goes, "I've never heard Summer Breeze like this before in my life." Yeah, this one's actually good.
So they put the rock in yacht rock, baby.
Yeah.
Only if the yacht's painted black with green stripes.
I need some yacht rock with extra rock.
No, with extra yacht.
Easy there, Hall & Oates.
So I had that on there because I was just like, serious. I was like, no, I actually want to know what their favorite ones are because I've heard, you hear a bunch of covers and that Leo dude that I talked about. Like, if you guys are interested, if you like metal and you want to hear what some certain pop songs sound like metalized, check out Frog Leap Studios, because that dude has done so many. It's like Lady Gaga songs where he just metals them up.
Yeah.
And then he gets other buddies that he knows that have been on the internet to play guitar with him. So it's like fucking so good.
Right
He
on.
plays the bass, the guitar, he sings, he plays the drums.
He's a one-man band.
Okay, my other thing, this is going to be taxing, okay? Guys,
How much is this going to cost me,
going to be
Matt? Jesus
fucking
Christ.
ridiculously hard. This is going to be, I'm not joking when I say this is going to be ridiculously fucking hard. Build a band. Your ultimate metal band. You can have anybody in it that you want, and they can be alive or dead. Go.
Just like that. Go. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. I told you it was going to be hard.
Does it have to be?
Okay,
Who would your
man?
drummer be? Yes.
I'm going to start with singer.
Oh, start
gonna
with singer?
I'm
Okay.
going to start with singer. I'm straight up. I'm going Mike Patton because he can fucking do it all.
You
I'm
bastard.
taking Mike.
That's a
You
good pull.
fucking
I'm taking
son
Mike.
of
That's a good pull.
shit.
Mike can do it all.
Yes.
He can do it fucking all.
Damn it.
So I got Mike.
I
I
thought
got
I was
Mike.
going to be the only one that was going to sing Mike Patton. Because that's what
No. He can go high. He can go low. He can, "Rrr," and bro, he is the king of fucking just goofy,
crazy.
crazy vocal shit, and it works.
Yeah. Well, all you gotta do is listen to Mr. Bungle.
Vocalist. Yeah.
Mhm. The only other one that I had was like maybe Corey Taylor, because he can actually sing and scream and growl, and he's got all that, but he's not Michael Patton. So
Yeah. Okay.
what do you got, Zach?
If you're going to go with that route, I'm going to go, even though I don't care for his politics or a lot he has to say, I'm going to go Phil Anselmo just because, but we're talking like 1994 Phil Anselmo where he could still sing and not just scream.
Yeah, okay, that's no, and he can still do it. He can still do it now.
I heard Phil in November.
I was there. He fucking killed it.
Okay.
Still
Phil can still
fucking
sing.
awesome.
It
Yeah,
just, it takes a lot of kratom and,
Is it maybe not for the amount of time that he used to, but he can still fucking he can still fucking kill it. No, you're
If I
not.
had
That's
my
not a bad.
choice-
I mean,
that's
I
not
don't
a
think
bad
they're
call
ever
at
going
all.
to play
take out all
Cemetery
the,
Gates
let me tell you
live.
something,
But,
motherfuckers,
yeah.
blah, 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 in between songs. None of that. No. We're going to leave all that out.
On the few songs that most people know, like Walk, you couldn't hear him anyway because the crowd was yelling so loud every fucking word that you couldn't even hear Phil. You could barely hear Zach playing. I mean, you could hear Joe. Is it Joey or who's on the drums? Was it
Charlie.
Charlie, not Joey.
Yeah.
Charlie on the drums. You could hear that, but about anything else you couldn't hear because the whole fucking crowd was yelling every fucking lyric of that song. Damn.
Okay, so we got the vocalists. All right, let's go guitarist.
You got Phil, and we got Mike Patton. I don't know. That's tough. I would, between the two of them, it's a metal band. I would take Mike, but no, you had a good one. Guitarist. Okay, Todd.
Are we running one guitar or two guitar?
We'll
You
do
can go
two.
either
All right.
We'll do a lead and a fucking rhythm.
So as my lead, I think that
This is a
will
no-brainer.
take Nuno Betancourt. I will take Nuno Betancourt as my lead, and my rhythm will be James Hetfield.
Okay. My
I'm going-
rhythm's going to be Scotty Ian, but
I'm going Randy Rhoads as my lead. And I'm going to go
Okay.
Pepper Keenan as my rhythm.
Ooh,
Because he's lead and shit.
we
can do
know
all
what
that,
kind. We
can
know
do
what
all
kind
that,
of band
like, Iron
Zach's
Maiden
building
shit.
now.
Yeah, I can't change my mind. I'm not gonna fall. I would have Dimebag as my lead and Scott Ian as my rhythm. And I should have went Dave Mustaine as my rhythm because that's just two bad motherfuckers on stage at the same time. So insane.
I can hear
you
the
got on the
volume
bass
wars
player?
in my head.
What you got on a bass player?
Do I get to go first?
Yeah.
Sure, if you want to.
Got to go with Cliff.
Cliff Burton. All right.
Yeah.
Right on. Todd. You know what? I'm going to go ahead of Todd because it looks like he's still thinking. I'm taking Ryan from Mudvayne.
You fucker. Well, then that leaves me with my other. So, bro, I have always said this. I think the greatest bass styles that fucking work for metal will always be funk. So, Bootsy Collins. I'm taking Bootsy Collins.
Okay, I did not see that shit coming.
I would go Lemmy over Bootsy Collins, but that's me. Okay.
I thought about Lemmy too, and I also thought about Harris from Maiden. But
Steve
Harris from Maiden. I thought about him, but
now I will say this:
there's something about Ryan's playing that just
it was Ryan
work with
and
anything.
Bootsy, and if I didn't go that route, I will always take Eddie from Queensryche because that dude is the king of the fucking gallops.
Yeah, he's tight. Yeah,
that bro can fucking gallop for fucking hours.
Okay.
But me, man, I'm gonna put that groove in there because Bootsy, man, he just.
And you know Mike's gonna be able to match it while he's singing, so it's
now
just
you know
gonna be.
where I'm going.
There you go. All right, what we got on a drummer?
All right, for me, I'm gonna say it for anybody else does. So I've got Raymond Herrera.
Yeah, okay, me too. I had this.
So I've got a super tight beard.
Oh, you fucker.
Doesn't get any vocal type from Raymond Herrera.
Did Todd have the same one as well? Yep, we all thought Raymond Herrera. As soon as you think drummer, I'm like,
I don't know anybody else.
Raymond Herrera.
That fast.
Okay, I'm moving down the list.
Okay. I'm not, because that was my drummer I had picked out.
You know,
Danny Carey would be good too.
Speaking of it, no, now
that
for
too
what
little?
I'm going to go with Charlie, man. Charlie Benante from Anthrax.
Right on.
He's tight as fuck.
I'm going to piss a lot of people off in this moment, but I'm going to say this shit. Okay.
Okay.
Somebody fucking asked me, dude, it was like January, February timeframe. You know, hey, you seen Pantera at the Metallica show, blah, 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 all that shit. What'd you think about it? And
I thought I carried around a D20 in my pocket the whole time to give it to you, and then I never got to meet you.
But you're not bitter at all.
So it's still in my cabinet for the next time I do meet you. No, I'm still giving it to him. He wants a D20 so he can roll it to decide what he's going to do with things.
So I
look like a psychopath walking around with a D20 just rolling in between my fingers.
I have always said that there are a million people who can play the shit you write better than you ever will, but they can't write it. Okay?
Fair enough. Yep.
Being in that arena, hearing all of that music, I think Pantera was fucking tighter and better with fucking Charlie on drums than they ever fucking were with fucking Benny, bro.
Ooh.
I think Charlie is fucking. I mean, I love Charlie.
Oh, Charlie's dope as fuck. Yeah, he's on it. Yeah, he's on it.
But dude,
Vinny was a very.
It might have had something to do
said
with
what I said.
Yeah, I'm not going to completely agree with it, but I do get. I think it might have something with the fact that we were actually there and hearing it, and if you closed your eyes, there were some solos that didn't sound like Dime was playing them, but they were as close as you could fucking get. And Phil was killing it. Rex up there. It was as close as you could fucking get. But I don't know that I'd replace Vinny with him. I don't know. Vinny was fucking pretty badass. It was like those
So
two
now-
played together so much that it was like back in the day when we played. Like when I was playing bass with Zach and Shmeeves was playing drums, it was like I didn't have to look at him. I didn't even have to. It was just like I knew exactly when stuff was going to hit.
Yeah.
You play with somebody different. Well, you got to watch them to see if you're gonna nail it or not. So I think they had that going on.
Oh yeah. So the next question is: now that you built your band, can you put a label on it? Can you groove metal, fucking, can you put a label on it?
Fuck. It would just
I
be
can put
metal.
any label I
think.
want on
I
my
don't
band.
think you could.
I could
Yes.
I could go blues
Same
rock,
here.
Mhm.
metal, or I could do like insane technical shit. I could do whatever.
Well, you've got Phil and you've got Pepper. Raymond Herrera playing drums. Who'd you pick for bass?
Who, me?
No, Zach. Who'd Zach pick
Cliff.
for bass?
Cliff.
Cliff Burton. Okay, so you've got Down.
And Randy Rhoads playing lead. Yeah.
Randy Rhoads playing lead for Down.
So
Okay.
so here's
So
mine.
you kicked Kirk out from Crowbar and put Pepper in his place and said, Randy Rhoads, you're going to be the lead player.
Yes.
So we got it.
I am going to title mine. Mine is going to be Throg. It's the perfect thrash and prog combination. It's
I'm gonna call mine
Throg.
like Fear Maiden. 'Cause I can pull off those Iron Maiden riffs, but with Fear Factory type backbone.
Just call it Farther.
Farther.
Call it Farther because it's down. So farther down. But you just call it Farther.
Whoa. What about? How about instead of down, we call it lack of a down?
Lack of. We
No,
already did that.
no. Let's call it shifter of a down.
Shifter of a down.
Shit to
Mhm.
root down.
Nah, don't bring that shit up. I just watched a video that Zach sent me the other day. It was about balling. Fun. Can't have it. We can't talk about it. So I can't do it anymore. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so I apologize to you guys out there listening that I thought this story was going to be, I thought it was going to have a bit more bite into it. And I seriously could have made it an hour and you'd have just been bored as fuck because I
Dude,
was.
Don't worry
As
about
soon
it.
as I know,
Lindy
never
would have
would've
made
learned.
it 2 episodes.
it's,
Yeah.
dude, as soon as I know that I'm bored researching it, I know you listeners will be bored as fuck hearing it. So I just was like, here's the balls of it. Eat the balls, fucker. This is it.
I don't care for
This
balls,
is it.
man.
That's
I'm
what
not
you
into
get.
mountain oysters.
This is
And
what
now
happened.
we know what this has to do with gay porn.
Exactly. Balls.
Balls. Hold the balls.
You guys, if you've been listening long enough, you know that when I research a story,
Again.
you know that when I research a story and it's good, I get into it, and I will continue to do that in the future. But
We don't.
fuck,
Okay.
that was awful.
We don't
So
need
I'm
another.
gonna roll through my weekend here real quick. All right.
Rock and roll.
So our boys in the band Two Shadows,
Okay.
they're out of Canada. They've been rolling through the States doing a little 3-week fucking headlining tour, and they
And they're your
ended
buddies,
their
guy.
state run here
They're
in
your
Salt
guys,
Lake with
buddy.
us. Sorry. And so Saturday night we played the show. It's always great to catch up. They're great dudes. But whenever they roll through town, they come back and everybody stays out here at Brandon's house. And that's where I live now. And
Okay.
they had 2 days off. They're pulling out this afternoon to head back to Canada. They got 3 or 4 dates to do up there still. But
Hey.
rolling literally Saturday night, dude, I don't know where it came from. But somehow Creed came up and I was doing this dumb, I mean, literally, I'm going to do it for you right now. Hold
Do
me
it.
now. And we cranked that fucking song from fucking Salt Lake all the way back to fucking Hooper. Just on fucking repeat.
poor
Everybody
bastards.
in the fucking motorhome just fucking. I woke them up yesterday I went out to their fucking band, woke them up, fucking was just, hold me now. So knowing that we were going to be, I thought we were going to do the podcast earlier today, but knowing that we were going to be doing this, I went to bed at like fucking midnight last night. 3:30 this morning, I woke up with fucking all 4 of them motherfuckers in my bed with me. I locked the door, but the driver's door of my motorhome was unlocked, so little fucking Glenn, the singer, crawls through under the steering wheel. I locked the door. They all come in. They all jump in the bed, Bluetooth fucking speaker, hold it now! So needless to say, I was back up at 3:30 this morning, had about another 3 or 4 fucking shots with these motherfuckers, went back to bed at about 5:30, and got up this morning, was just like, if I never hear another fucking Creed song, I'll be okay for a couple of weeks.
I would be okay as well. But that Smooth Criminal thing, I'm not joking. It's like, a story from last night. We go up last night. My daughter's like, hey, can we go up to the gas station? I want to get something. I'm like, yeah, because I'm going to grab some beer because I don't have very much and I wanted some for the podcast. So we take off and go up there. I grab beer, and then her and her boyfriend are with me. He's 18, so can't buy beer. But they were. She was like, well, we get some of this Twisted Tea stuff for Mom. And I'm like, well, then buy the multi-pack thing so she can see which one she likes. Well, he's carrying it because I've got other stuff in my hands. And we come up to the counter and set everything down. And he was like, do you have an ID? He was like, yeah, but I'm not 21. He goes, well, I can't sell this to you. I'm like, he was just carrying it for me. Yeah, I can't do that because he was carrying it. The cameras were on. I was like, okay, say I walk outside and come back in and grab another one. Can we do that? Nope.
Oh, wow.
Can't do that. I was like, okay.
Utah? Do you live in Utah?
I felt like it then. I didn't think Illinois gave a fuck as long as they got the tax money.
Well,
and they get all of that.
Cashiers are the ones that get busted with those $10,000 fines.
That's what my daughter was all pissed. And I was like, don't get mad at him. He was just protecting his job. If he has to do that, he has to do that. That's not, like, he's not being a dick. He just doesn't want to be fired.
Maybe. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Not worth the $10,000 fine.
Poor guy. I mean, I wasn't going to push the issue and be an asshole. So we got home and I told Jennifer, I was like, jump in my truck and run up there and grab you a 12-pack of that shit. So she did. Use my card. So it didn't matter. They still took my money. I'll tell you that. They still took my fucking money. It just wasn't me on camera. Yeah, swipe my card, boy. That shit went through. I promise. She comes home with the 12-pack of that Twisted Tea. Then I tried a couple of them. I'm like, I know Dylan, my buddy Dylan in the haunted cabin drinks Twisted Tea. He's a huge fan of it, but it's just not my jam. I could drink one of them. Not a big one. I could drink like a 12-ounce can of Twisted Tea and think, oh, this is all right. But if I drink too much, it's like anything tardy.
If this podcast
I am so far from gay.
Matt, it's that I need to stick to like Coors Light. Yeah,
Coors Light. Anything fruity, I just can't.
Bring the Coors. Jesus will bring the light.
That song is great. And I'll explain this to people if they don't understand. It was whenever I was a kid, I drank Old Milwaukee Red all the time.
Is this something you really want to admit on the podcast?
Yeah, no, I'll say it's a fucking honest. I'm just being honest. They had this promotion thing going on.
Matt didn't drink for 12 years, and then he turned 13.
It was probably 14. Me and all my buddies, we drank Old Milwaukee Red. Old Milwaukee Red. And I haven't had one in 30 years, probably.
Sounds like.
But that's what we used to drink. Yeah.
I thought you were.
But
when I met you, you were a Natty Ice guy. They had this promotion. I was never a Natty guy. I thought you were a Natty Light guy.
What?
No, I was never a Natty guy. Never. I have never bought Natty for me.
Okay.
I bought it for other people. I've never bought it for me. I have drank it, but I've never bought it for me.
Okay.
But there was this promotion thing going on that we lived in Loudon, and a neighbor of one of my buddies got this thing in the mail from old Milwaukee, and it was kind of like Marlboro miles. You remember those? Like if you smoke, you save them up and you get it. Camel Bucks. Okay. Yeah, it was just like that. So they took this catalog that was given to a neighbor, and my buddy took it, and we all saved every fucking, like, cut it out of the box, you know.
Yeah.
We all saved all of them. He had enough at the time. He was going to get a pool table, a boat, and shirts for everybody.
Wow.
That's saved. We had so many because it was every single one of us buddies, and there was probably, I don't know, 50 or 60 of us that would do that. He sends it in, and old Milwaukee's like, oh shit, somebody did this. Well, we're not going to actually give that to you because we sent this to this address and not yours.
That's fucked up.
I was like, so we all found new beers.
Well,
Like, go eat it.
time for another Netflix documentary. Pepsi, where's my jet?
Yeah, no shit,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
But they said because it wasn't mailed to you. So if he would have went back to the lady that gave it to him and mailed it from there, I don't know what they would have done, because I don't think they would have sent it anyway, because I think it was more of a joke.
Yeah.
They was like, there's no way anybody's going to get a pool table and a boat. But we
Did they
did.
at least send them some T-shirts?
They didn't send shit.
Wow.
We didn't get a fucking thing.
Oh,
Fuck you, Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Old
we didn't
and
get.
new.
Yeah, we didn't get one fucking thing. So then everybody switched to find different beers, and a lot of people went Bud Light. But I can't drink Bud Light, and I don't give a fuck about Dylan Mulvaney. That has got nothing to do with it. That shit gives me a headache, and I fucking hate it. So the metal works for me because all the metal dudes drank Coors Light, and I thought that was cool. So
yeah.
it was like
Fair Wiz
water.
Wiz beer made by Nazis.
the dudes in Metallica, James was drinking it. Pepper Keenan drinks it. It was just like all these metal dudes were drinking Coors Light, and I'm like, well, I'll try Coors Light. And then I liked it, and I'm like, hey, yeah, I don't really care anymore. That's mine. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm gonna drink.
Unless
And
the mountains
Schmeegs
aren't
is
blue.
the same way.
Mountains aren't blue. Don't
Yeah,
drink it.
if the mountains ain't blue, don't drink it. Throw it in the freezer for a minute. Actually, fill your fucking empty your ice tray. Empty your ice tray into your fucking sink. Fill it with cold water. Throw it in there. It'll be cold faster.
There you go.
I promise. Spin it around a little bit.
Add a
Be good.
little rubbing alcohol. It'll go even quicker.
Will it?
Man.
I didn't know that. Holy shit.
There.
I'm learning everything.
You're talking to a former functioning alcoholic, bro. I know how to get shit cold real quick.
Former functioning alcoholic talking to a
Well,
functioning alcoholic, apparently. I mean, I can go with a week without having one, but whenever I'm home, I drink. So
no,
I'm not
I say that
abusive,
because I was never a drink and go to work. You know,
I didn't know. I can't do that. I'll lose my fucking job.
And
So-
and when I, because I mean, I was a quote unquote weekend dad. I never did, but dude, the weekends I didn't have my kids and the weekends I wasn't working, ooh, party.
getting after it. See, I don't party. I don't do that.
Oh, dude, it was a party with myself. I can remember
okay.
fucking
I get
times,
that. Okay.
I
yeah.
remember times, man, people fucking show up at the house and they'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, white trash margarita night. Fucking limeade and some Montezuma tequila in the blender. Fucking next thing I know, man, there's fucking 15 people at the house. Fucking, they're all showing up with fucking cans of frozen limeade, but we got another bottle of Montezuma. Like,
Let's rock and
it's
roll.
on.
It's on until the revenge, baby.
You gotta do stuff sometimes, especially. I mean, I get Zach because he gets angry at himself every once in a while when we'll do an episode because
every
his
once
fucking
in a
ass
while.
is exhausted.
Almost every
His,
week.
his ass is exhausted all the time.
You guys
But
are the most
meant-
self-hating people I know.
Oh, I do hate. I hate myself more than anything.
I've been doing
There's
it my whole
nothing
life,
I hate more than me.
So.
He has. He certainly has.
I always do when I explain my brother to people. I'm like, he is the most wonderful person you'll ever meet, but he is droopy to a T. He
Mhm.
will just stand there and you're like, oh, puppy, let me pet you. And he's like, oh, thank you for petting me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do that.
I picture myself as fucking Eeyore.
Thanks for putting a tail on me, Pooh.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not bad.
The farther along I go, the more angry I get, and then I just do my best to hold it back. And
Droopy and Eeyore.
if I can make people laugh, that makes me feel good. I think I'm like, no, I'm not going to compare myself to other people that are actually famous and popular and important. Because God, why would Eeyore do that? I just like to make people laugh because it makes me feel better.
You're damn good at it too.
I have my moments.
Yeah. Hey Todd,
Just had a moment, sir.
what does any of this have to do with gay porn?
He said balls.
Okay, that's true.
put
I did say
balls
balls.
in the mouth.
That's true. Yeah.
I did say
He said
balls
balls
in
in
the
the
mouth.
mouth.
I definitely did that. I walked right into it. Walked
This
right into
episode
that.
has everything to do with gay porn.
Okay.
Okay.
I did do that.
Well, on that note,
So-
gentlemen,
We've got it. Oh, actually, we've got 100 episode coming up here before too long,
pretty quick, yeah.
which
Yeah.
Zach
We're
said
Gonna
it was
go into
okay.
syndication now?
No, Zach gave me a green light for what I think the 100th episode should be, and Todd, you will fucking love it. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it, but Todd's going to love it. I think everybody else will too. And then I've got another one that'll be coming out after that on the same topic, but I'm going to have to space them out.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I came here to do two things. That's kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. So let's wrap this up.
You dick.
I only come to this to do one thing, and that's to fuck shit up. And I think I've done that.
Fuck around and
Hey.
find out.
Sorry about the short episode, but you got all the information that you wanted. I promise you, if I would have went into the rest of the shit, you'd been like, why didn't he shut the fuck up an hour ago? You'd have been right. Well, you probably still are. I don't know what time we're at, but
We're like 53
Coming
minutes
up on
right now.
53 minutes.
So
Get
And
that's
that's
up.
short.
before post.
get your ass on Spotify. All you got to do is get on Spotify and you scroll to the top of that screen and there'll be 5 stars there. Just hit the 5th star. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't even have to write anything.
1, 2,
It's
3,
just
4, 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
And thank you for tuning in. We will see you next Tuesday. I'm Spar.
I'm Zach.
I am a meat popsicle.
Later.
Later.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
It's evil! Don't touch it!
I was with you.
They're coming to get you. Power of Christ.
This is Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
What's my line, Zach? What's my line?